What do you think the big takeaway from today will be in terms of the 25 million strategy?
Now, today is about starting a conversation. I fully anticipate that this work will take the remainder of this term, and I fully anticipate for me personally that this focus on mental health in our community will be a cornerstone in my third term in this job. So I'm really looking forward to having a big conversation. I was interested that some of my colleagues were jumping to solutions already, and I think the real issue here is we don't know what the answer is. I don't think anybody knows what the answer is. Cities across this country, across North America, really across the world, are facing issues of urban mental health every day. Here in Calgary, we still lose 3 or 4 people every week to overdose in every neighborhood in this city, from every background, every age, every income. And we have so many more people who struggle in silence and in isolation with issues of mental health and wellness. And it's time for us to understand that mental health is health. And if our job is to build a place where people can be healthy, we have to do a much better job than we've done. And I'm really happy that Council has endorsed this cross-cutting strategy. We put a little bit of money behind it to seed new initiatives just to help people live healthier lives.
What do you say to those, the arguments have been made, hey, this is a provincial issue, why is the city doing this?
It's not at all a provincial issue, it's a human issue. It's an issue that faces every single one of us. I lose 3 people a week. I lose innumerable billions of dollars in economic impact because people just can't go to work or they can't go to school. My best friend has a new job. He's a school teacher. He was asked to leave his classroom and work deliberately with students who are having significant mental health issues in his high school. This stuff's got to happen, and it's got to get coordinated. And just like with homelessness and just like with poverty, if no one else is doing it, then as human beings and as a government with smarts and resources, then we got to take that community role.
What did you see as the value or the message from that video from Karen Osby as well?
I'm really happy that Karen has come forward on this. I went to school with her husband, and he was so very successful in so many ways that we who went to business school would define as success. And since his passing, since he died by suicide, Karen has really become an advocate in the community for showing how even a family that looked like it had everything still couldn't navigate the system and still couldn't get the help they needed at the times they needed it. So I'm thrilled that she's volunteered to help us with this work, and I look forward to that perspective.
What do you think the learning curve for council is on this issue?
My learning curve is unbelievably steep, and I think everyone in council shares the steepness of that curve. We think we know. We stand out here on the corner and we talk to people who are seriously in distress, or we cross the street and don't talk to them. And I think that we think we understand what's going on, but clearly the benefit of having all these different people with different approaches talking about this is to help us understand that we got a lot to learn.
You're not even through this day yet, but can you give us a sense of the roadmap in terms of timing?
So this afternoon, we're going to have a discussion to really start talking about our priorities and what that all looks like. In January, we have all these people going on this wonderful, all expenses paid boot camp to think about what cross-sector collaboration looks like. I imagine they will come back with some real ideas on the next steps and on timing. And I really hope that we have a strategy, a really good, solid strategy, ready to present to council in the next year or two.
That you spoke of there, is that like others providing the solution, or are they actually brainstorming it there to see what comes out of that?
Well, they're going to brainstorm the whole concept of collaboration and how we collaborate cross-sectorally with different organizations and different stakeholders. So it really is going to be much more about process, but I'm hoping while they're having those discussions about process, I myself am not going, but while they're having those discussions about process, they will also be able to start talking about how that process applies to this particular issue. And frankly, the 8 people who are going represent very different parts of the community, and I'm hoping that they too will start being able to share one another's expertise.